Hey witches, welcome back to my channel. It's the Wyld Wytch here. So we're going to just go ahead and jump straight into this video. So for this video, I'm sharing my simmer spell pot, and it's pretty much like potpourri, except the ingredients that are used change according to what it is that you're trying to manifest. So for this particular simmer spell pot, we are using ingredients that are associated with the full Capricorn moon, as well as this partial eclipse that we're having. Now, if you're unaware, this Capricorn full moon is taking place tonight, as well as the eclipse. So I thought this was the perfect time to share this recipe with you guys. So the first thing that you're going to need is some kind of bowl to put this in. You're going to need some water. I'm using 2 cups of spring water. And then you'll need herbs and essential oils if you want to use them. So you want to go ahead and smudge your bowl first. I've already done so. So smudge it, and then you're going to go ahead and start adding your ingredients. So the first thing that you're going to add is going to be something that you associate with your goddess, or that you associate with the triple goddess aspect, or any of the moon goddesses that you work with. We want to show our respect and call them in to help us. So you can add 1 to 3 ingredients. I'm choosing 2, and the 2 that I'm using is going to be Tulsi and let's see what kind of Tulsi and Thai basil. So the first thing I'm adding is going to be the Tulsi. And just remember to put your energy and intent into every ingredient, or at the end, you know, it just depends on how you do things. But don't forget. So I'm putting the Tulsi in to honor. Sorry, my hands are like right in front of your face. Let me scoot this camera back just a little bit. Now maybe my hands won't be just right in front of your face. So I was holding it in my hand and putting my energy and intent into it. Now I have done so with all of these ingredients already, so it won't take near as long, but I just want to remind you to do that. Okay, the next ingredient I'm going to add is the Thai basil. Thai basil is so beautiful to me. The leaves on the underneath are purple, and the top are beautiful green. Okay, so the next ingredient we're going to add is cinnamon sticks. Now I'm adding 2 because I want it to have a cinnamon smell, but I don't want it to be overpowered, you know, by the cinnamon. So I'm adding 2 sticks, and the reason that I'm adding these sticks is for overall protection, to increase luck and the power of the spell, to bring in money, prosperity, to stimulate psychic abilities and aid in divination, as well as dream work. And I'm also adding it to help to confront any problems that rise up on this. Sorry, my camera moved. Anyway, that rise up on this full moon or eclipse. So it's going to help me to confront those problems and release them. Damn it, why does this thing keep moving? Sorry, I mean, maybe that'll stop it. My little tripod's got a mind of its own. It keeps turning the camera away from you guys. Okay, the next ingredient I'm adding is going to be pine needles. Now, it can be any kind of pine tree that's in your area. It doesn't matter, like if it's white pine or not. But that's what I'm using. So I'm adding pine for purification, to release negative energies, to protect the home, attract abundance, to help with growth, healing, and self-transformation. This pine will also provide emotional strength and focus to the mind so that I can communicate with spirits tonight during this time, like whenever I do my workings. Alright, so the next ingredient I'm adding is some birch bark. I'm going to break it up into a few smaller pieces. And the birch that I'm using is white birch. And I'm using it so that I can learn from the past to make way for a fresh start. Birch will also help with courage and allow us to face our fears. And let's see, what else? Birch, what else? Oh yeah, birch will open our mind to expand awareness, and this will help us to receive those blessings and inspirations that come through to us. Okay, the next ingredient I'm adding is myrrh. And this is a resin. So you want to make sure, if you know, that you use something that it doesn't matter if it gets messed up. Like you might want to put, once you get everything mixed up, you might want to put it in a mason jar and then just dedicate that mason jar strictly to your simmer spell pots, because it can get, like the resin get kind of stuck in the bottom, and that's what I'll do. I'll put this in once I get everything blended, then I put it in a mason jar. And I use it just for my simmering spell pots. Okay, so we're adding myrrh to release emotional baggage, to purify and protect, and provide strength to manifest our intention. Okay, the next ingredient, what did I do with it? Oh, here it is. Okay, the next ingredient I'm going to add is lemon peel. And I'm adding lemon peel to energize and stimulate the mind to manifest abundance, well-being, and confidence. And this is fresh lime peel. You can use fresh or dried. It doesn't matter. And then I've got a little bit of juice left in the bottom from the lime. So I will pour that in my water. Alright, the next ingredient that we're going to add is going to be lemon peel. Now I have some dried and some fresh lemon peel, and I'm adding it to honor the moon for clear perspective, happiness, confidence, and to commune with my spirit guides. And I love lemon peel. It's very energizing. So even though we're going to be grounded and calm, like we're going to be energized. Our energy is going to rise. So our vibrations will rise up. Okay, now that's all that I'm adding of the herbs and this kind of stuff, like loose ingredients. So I'm just going to stir this up a little bit. And as I give it this little stir, I'm going to put my energy and intent into it one more time. Okay, now if you don't have essential oils, that's completely fine. You can just add your water here. But I do have essential oils, and I'm going to use them. So the first one that I'm using is going to be black spruce, and I'm going to use 3 drops, but you can use how much ever that you want. Now if you don't have black spruce, you can use juniper, let's see, juniper, cedar, any of the fir, like Douglas fir, any of the fir essential oils would be fine to use. You can also use cypress. So if you don't have black spruce, that's completely fine. Or if you have a spruce, you know, but it's not black, you can use any one of those. I don't know why. This is the same tripod I use all the time. So I do not know why it's moving on its own. Like, I've got it locked and everything, and it still keeps moving. Sorry about that, guys. Just bear with me. Okay, so I'm going to add 3 drops of black spruce to deepen intuition, for protection, to center and ground our energy, to help release stagnant emotions, and to deepen spirituality. Come on. Okay. I love how black spruce smells. Okay, the next ingredient I'm going to add is jasmine. And I'm going to add 6 drops. And I'm adding jasmine to manifest desires, to help with relationships, to enhance divination, to honor the moon, to protect during dream work and astral travel. Now, if you don't want it to protect you for astral travel, that's completely fine. But I do plan on traveling tonight. So that's, you know, I want to make sure that I put that intention in there for protection during astral travel. A lot of times we have very vivid dreams. You can find a lot of answers under the full moon doing dream work. So, you know, it's a great idea to add jasmine for that if you've got to work through some things, or if you know, receive your messages through your dreams. So jasmine is also going to help to deal with problems that come up. And so we can have clear communication, so we can speak our truth, and so we're not, you know, misunderstanding what someone says with your relationships, or even, you know, at your job. So again, it's 6 drops. Okay. Now, I didn't charge up this jasmine because I have a whole bottle of it. So I'm just going to put my intent and energy in there real quick. Okay, so the last ingredient of the essential oils that I'm using is going to be patchouli. Where are you, patchouli? Okay, so I'm going to add 3 drops of patchouli. And one of the main reasons that I'm using patchouli is because patchouli has a wonderful grounding energy. But I'm also using it to provide psychic protection, to bring peace, prosperity, love, abundance, and protection to my home and everyone that resides in my home. And patchouli is also going to help us deal with the energies from the lunar eclipse. So again, that's going to be 3 drops. Come on. Okay. Well, that one I put my intent and energy in because I'm almost out of the small bottle. I just refill it when the bottle gets low. Alright, I'm going to stir this up some now that I have the essential oils mixed in. I'm going to smell it. Yeah, this smells so good. It's like sweet and spicy. It's got floral notes and citrus. It's very grounding. It has a very grounding smell to it and energy to it, but it's also very invigorating. So I'm just stirring this up a little bit so the essential oils can coat everything. I'm going to push my energy and intent, and I'm pushing it straight down this spoon. Okay. Now, I'm going to just let this... Oh, crap. This camera. Oh, it's pissing me off. Anyway, it's alright. I ain't going to let you get the best of me, camera. So anyway, I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to take another bowl, and I'm going to sit on top. Now, I've got a piece of black kyanite, and I'm putting it inside the bowl. The reason I'm not just sitting it on top of the blend is because I don't want the essential oils to mess it up, or the juices from the lemon and lime. So I'm going to place the black kyanite in this bowl so it can still charge it with its energies and get all the good energies from this black kyanite. And it'll be able to go through, the glass. So I'm using the black kyanite because it has one of the most amazing grounding and healing energies of a lot of crystals that I work with. Like, it is amazing for healing and grounding. But it's also a wonderful crystal for protection. It helps with our communication skills, and it will cleanse all of your chakras and help to align all of them. But it will also heal your aura. So if there's any damage to your aura, it will heal it. You can also lay it on your throat chakra, and it will help with communication. But like I said, it will cleanse all of the chakras. So we're going to leave that in there. Now, I'm going to leave this blend on my altar, and anytime I have a free chance today, I'm going to come and push my energy and put my intent into it. Now, right before the full moon, which again, I believe mine is at 4:38 today, so around 4:30, I'm going to take my blend outside, and I'm going to pour 2 cups of water in the bottom part of the bowl, and I'm going to let the energy... I'm going to let this bowl sit out there under the full moon and absorb this energy. Now, I will probably leave it out there until it gets dark tonight, and then I'll bring it inside. And I'm going to put it in my mason jar, put it on the stove to simmer. When it reaches a small, or a low rolling boil, then I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to place a pot holder on the floor, and I'm going to stand over the pot and let the steam roll all the way up my body and over my head. And as I do this, all the things that I want to manifest, excuse me, all the things that I want to manifest, all the intention that I put forth, I'm going to go over every bit of this as this steam is rolling over my body. Okay, then I normally, after I do that, I put it back on the stove and let it continue to simmer until I go to bed, because normally I'm doing workings up until then. So I will let it simmer. I actually have a little burner here in my witchy room, so I can let the pot simmer here in the witchy room while I do the rest of my workings. Or if I go outside, and do it under the full moon, I can take it with me as well. Now, if this doesn't interest you as far as you standing over the pot, then that's perfectly fine. You can just put it on the stove and let it simmer, and it will take care of everything that you need. I would just let it simmer for at least 60 minutes, so you can get all the benefits of it. Now, if you want to put some in a spray bottle, like this, if you want to put some in a spray bottle, then you can spritz yourself with it. You can spray your witchy room. You can use it to purify and cleanse your altar, cleanse your tools, or you can even add it to your spell workings. Now, if you would rather have a full Capricorn moon oil, instead of adding the 2 cups of water, you want to add 30 mils of a carrier oil, and you can use any carrier oil that you associate with the full moon or just whatever you have on hand. But it's very easy to, you know, switch this out, or, you know, make you a simmer pot and make you a oil. That's perfectly fine for you to do it that way. I've even used the simmer pot after I did my workings and let it simmer. I've used it the next day to then cleanse my floors, you know, add it to my floor washes and wipe my walls down, and that works amazing as well. You can even give it to give some to the moon as an offering, or, you know, put some outside when the eclipse is taking place. Just do whatever it is that you see fit. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, make sure you comment down below, and I will try to help you out to the best of my ability. Alright, witches, until next time, I hope that you fly high and enjoy this full moon and go inwards and do lots of work. And until next time, fly high, witches. Peace, homie!